Hello and welcome to my unboxing and first impressions video for the glorious Model O. This is a brand new mouse made by PC Gaming Race and it's their glorious brand of mice. This is a mouse that I've been really interested in for quite some time. Pretty much when it was announced that this company was going to make this mouse, I was intrigued because they claimed that it would be revolutionary. It would be completely new in terms of ideas and whatnot, and it would be a revolutionary mouse. I was very skeptical at first because the only thing that the company had made earlier was a keyboard and a couple of mouse bungees and whatnot, but they'd never really made a mouse before, and their claim was that it was going to be this really amazing mouse. And a lot of when the specs were released, it was really hard to believe a lot of it, especially the 68 grams and the dimensions of the mouse. So a mouse of the size that this mouse is supposed to be, that was just for it to be 68 grams, that was just actually crazy. I was pretty shocked when I heard it, but here it is. They've managed to do it, and I've watched a couple of videos on it. It looks amazing, so I'm really excited to get to take a look at it. I have next to me my Logitech G Pro to compare with. This is obviously a smaller mouse, but it is probably one of the lighter mouses that Logitech offers. I think it's the lightest mouse. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it's the lightest mouse that Logitech has to offer. This mouse is a really good mouse. It has the PMW 3366 sensor, amazing switches, amazing side buttons. This is pretty much this has been my go-to mouse for quite a while, and I love every aspect of this mouse. One thing that I could just tell you off the bat, one thing that the Model O has that's largely different is the cord. The Model O has an ascended cord, which is supposed to be some paracord like cord. And I also have next to me my Bloody SP80. This is the mouse that I previously did a review on, so I really want to compare, I guess, both in weight and feel. So this mouse, the Bloody SP80, has metal glide feet. The Model O has G-Skate mouse feet. So the G-Skates mouse feet are supposed to be PTFE, which is the same material that these mouse feet are made out of, but it's supposed to be a more refined PTFE. So they use 100% PTFE in the G-Skates mouse feet, whereas the Logitech ones are probably some sort of composite material. So I really want to compare these metal glide feet versus the G-Skates mouse feet on the Model O, because apparently all the reviews that I've seen say that these mouse feet are amazing, but I've already seen what amazing mouse feet can be when I got to use the SP80. So I'm really interested in seeing the difference. And then the third mouse that I have with me is my G502. I got this in 2014, so I've had this for a long time. It's been great. Worn it out quite a bit. This one has pretty much the same specs as the G Pro. It has the same 3366 sensor. The only difference is that it's larger and it weighs significantly more. The switches are the same, the button switches are the same, everything is pretty much the same on this mouse and the G Pro in terms of like technical specs, and of course the braided cable is the same, everything. So I'm interested in comparing this to the Model O largely because of the size of this mouse. So if this size is comfortable to you, maybe, and I haven't tested it yet, but maybe the Model O will have a size that is also comfortable for you. So let's get into the box real quick. Before we open this thing first. So this is the front of the box, and a lot of the reviews that I've seen, they didn't really go too much in detail in terms of the box. So I really want to get all the details of the box on the camera. This got kind of this holographic look, the 68 gram white glossy. And one reason why I got the glossy one was because if you can see all the mice that I have, they're all matte finishes pretty much. Like, I mean, pretty much all the mice you can pretty much get are all matte finishes, and I really wanted to try something different. And I heard that glossy might in some cases grip better than matte. So I'm really interested in see how glossy will feel. I think the SP80 is very matte. It's kind of like a soft plastic texture to it. So I'm really interested. Of course, the rough sides on this mouse right here. So all these mice are matte. Pretty much every mouse ever made has matte style to it. So I'm really interested in checking out the glossy styling. So going over to this side of the box, we have extremely lightweight gaming mouse. So that's what it says right here. And then it says Ascended cord and then G-Skates mouse feet. So the extremely lightweight gaming mouse is pretty much the main reason why this mouse is so popular. Everybody is talking about it because it's supposed to be so light. It's supposed to be some sort of Final Mouse competitor. I've never really tried the Final Mouse, so I wouldn't know or wouldn't be able to compare it to that. There's a really good video out. I forget the YouTuber, but he compared it to the Final Mouse. So you can probably go check that out if you search up the Model O. And so another thing that it has is the Ascended cord, which is supposed to be a paracord equivalent. So I've watched videos on paracords. I never really looked into them, never really went into installing one because, you know, I really had no problems with my mouse on my G Pro because I kind of use the mouse bungee, and so my mouse never really drags around on the mouse mat anyway. So that being said, I'm really interested in checking out what the Ascended cord pretty much has to offer, mainly because I'm told that it's supposed to feel basically like a wireless mouse if you use this type of cord. And I'll tell you for sure that the SP80 and the G Pro, they don't really feel like wireless mice to me. I mean, they definitely feel like they're wired mice. Wireless mice have a completely different type of feel to them. So I'm really interested in trying out the Ascended cord. Now, in terms of the G-Skates mouse feet, like I mentioned earlier, my main interest with these is comparing them to the X-Glide feet on the SP80. Now, the metal X-Glide feet. So these slide so well. I've never really used anything that slides this well before, and it was just such a significant improvement over what the G Pro has in terms of PTFE. And since the Model O also uses PTFE feet, I'm pretty skeptical in terms of how they're supposed to be better. Now, they say that they use 100% PTFE. We'll figure it out when I do the full review. That's something that I'll talk about, is my experience with that. And I'm hoping to come out with a full review much sooner than I came out with the full review for the SP80. For the SP80, it took me way too long to do that because, you know, I was middle of the semester, had a lot of stuff going on. But now the semester's over, I graduated, I'm done with everything, so I have a lot more time now, and so I should be able to come out with a full review for this much sooner. So yeah, continuing on to the box. This side just has the PC Gaming Race website on it, and then going over here we have, it says Ascend, and it's really cool because when you open it, it says Ascend and then it says Ascended, so that's really cool. And then over here you just have Glorious PC Gaming Race. So now going on to the bottom of the box, we have a bunch of technical specifications, and then we have the dimensions of the mouse. Now, in terms of the technical specifications, I'm going to try to pick it up as best as I can on here. The sensor on here is the PMW3360 sensor. That's the same sensor as the SP80. The switches here are Omron switches. So these Omron switches, they're rated for about 20 million clicks. And Omron does make a set of switches that are rated for, I think, 50 million clicks. That's probably going to be in the future versions of this this mouse. Now, Logitech uses its own proprietary switches for their keys, and I mean, they're known to be amazing. Bloody uses their Light Strike switches, so I don't know if that's going to play a part. That's definitely going to be in my full review as well. The cable type is Ascended cord, so that's supposed to make the mouse feel, supposedly the difference is supposed to make it feel like it's a wireless mouse, and I'm really looking forward to trying that out myself. The mouse feet are G-Skates. I'm probably going to be mainly comparing them to the Metal Glide feet, and yeah, everything else is just standard. 2 years warranty. That's actually amazing. If they actually value that, and if they're good with their customer service, that'll be really nice. If, you know, anything goes wrong with the mouse, then, you know, you'll be able to switch it out. All right, so I'm just going to continue with the unboxing here. Move these out of the way. So it's focused in. So I'm just going to remove the top here, and here we have the mouse itself. So first impressions, packaging is definitely not that great, not nearly as good as the unboxing experience on the Bloody SP80, but in reality, does the unboxing experience matter as much as the product itself? I wouldn't think so. So let's see how we can get this out. Just pull this off. And there is nothing else underneath. So here's our first look at the mouse. I really like this this glossy white finish. It's just so reflective. I like how this glorious guy right here looks on the side of the mouse. It says glorious right here as well. And then if you could kind of see on the inside of the mouse, you can also see glorious. I'll try to get that in the light. Looks really cool. Can't wait to see how the RGB looks when it's plugged in. I'll plug it in really quickly here. So here's the Ascended cord. First impressions, looks weird. Looks kind of floppy. I'm really interested to see how this is going to work out. Yeah, it looks like a braided cable but loose. So it's really weird. I mean, this it looks kind of similar if you really look at it. I'm going to try to get the camera to pick it up. It just looks like a wider, more looser braided cable. Nothing special here, but I guess because everybody's just talking about how good these paracord style cables are, so I'm really hoping that that'll hold up. There's definitely travel distance on the side buttons, but that's pretty much with every mouse, and they kind of wobble the same way that the SP80 does, but the SP80 seems like, you know, the side buttons are loose, whereas I'm not sure if I could pick that up on the camera, but the SP80, the side buttons seem kind of loose. Here they seem pretty sturdy, they seem pretty firm, they're not moving around. There is a lot of travel distance to it. In terms of the clicks, there's no travel distance to it, and that's something that I really like. In one of my previous videos, one of the commenters did say that the travel distance can be a feature in terms of helping you stop double clicking and stuff, and that's definitely true. For me, that's just not a feature that I look for when I'm getting a mouse. So continuing on with the box here, this looks like the letter that everybody's showing in the other videos. It says welcome to the Glorious Legion, and if you want to read the text, here it is. And then they just have their website on the back. And in terms of the rest of the packaging, we have a sticker here, pretty cool. And then this really cool sticker right here. This is the one that I was really looking forward to checking out. This nice little holographic glow to it. But alright, and I think this is just a user manual, and then it says check out more of your products. Alright, so I think I'm going to get this plugged in, and I'll check out how the RGB looks like, because apparently the RGB is really nice on this mouse, especially on the white version. It really glows, and it really brings out the design and color really well. And I'll close the lights here to try to. So this is how the RGB looks with the lights on and stuff. And here, let me try to focus it again. And that's what it looks like with the lights on. Try to get in close. And I'll start turning off some of the lights here. Looks really cool, especially with the white version. Yeah, this, I could definitely live with this. I mean, it's kind of like a light show on your PC rig, but you know, looks really cool. So I will definitely try this out, and I will release a full review as soon as I can. If that's definitely something that people want to see. I know there's a lot of reviews out there. My opinions when I make reviews on mice are just generally based on comparisons to what I've experienced and what products I've used in the past. And that's kind of what I compare it to. The SP80, the travel distance was just such a big bother to me that I kind of had to switch back to the G Pro. So I'm not afraid to, I guess, you know, leave a product because I'm not liking it. So I hope that isn't the case with the Model O, because it's been so hyped up that I'm really hoping that this will be a nice mouse. So thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you guys so much for the nice comments on the previous videos that I made. That really kind of inspired me to you know, get this mouse and actually make this video as well. Was a lot of the comments that I got. So yeah, thank you guys so much, and I will try to get a full review out as soon as I can. That goes into more details. Like, one thing I could see is the scroll wheel is really nice. The DPI button is nice and small, but I mean, who uses that really? The DPI indicator light's on the bottom, so that's kind of annoying if you're switching DPI. These PTFE feet just feel like the regular feet on the G Pro, but I mean, whatever. We'll see if they feel different, because I know the G Pro has a significant amount of drag to it compared to the SP80. So, and the SP80 is just super smooth, super fluid, and the G Pro is just not like that. So here's another look at the mouse, and thank you guys so much for the comments on the previous videos, and yeah, that really inspired me to make this video, and I'm really hoping that this mouse lives up to the hype. And yeah, thank you guys. Bye.